On behalf of my co-authors, I'm delighted to present the Stay Home Self-Test campaign, rapid pivot of HIV testing services to enable continuity of care in Hanoi during the COVID-19 lockdown. So first as background, HIV self-testing in Vietnam has been scaled through a phased approach, starting first in 2017 with an assessment of key population preferences related to HIV self-test kit type, distribution models, and willingness to pay, followed by a launch of self-testing in 2016, and then with national HIV self-testing guidelines, product performance assessments, and amplified demand creation through the iTestEU campaign being put in place in 2017 to 18. In 2019, there was registration of the first commercial self-test kit products, and then in 2020, a plan to further diversify distribution models for self-testing, which of course has been significantly influenced by COVID-19, now with a focus on online platforms, secondary distribution, as well as engagement through pharmacies and social enterprises. So this is an example of the iTestEU campaign that's been used to generate awareness and demand for self-testing. An online ecosystem was developed to promote HIV self-testing that involves an online risk assessment and service booking app, online peer influencers and personalities like Dustin Nguyen, who's former MTV VJ, who promote HIV self-testing through their network, online promotion through hookup apps like BlueD and Grindr, Q&A through a chatbot embedded in a dedicated Facebook page, and an HIV and COVID-19 hotline that was stood up in April and is led by the community, where individuals can call in and ask about self-testing or whatever else is on their mind. So this is the HIV self-testing cascade from April 2016 to May 2020. And you can see here that the overall test reactivity rate was 5.3%, with almost 90% of individuals being diagnosed and then 94% of those being enrolled on treatment. So now turning to the COVID-19 HIV self-testing adaptations applied through the Stay Home Self-Test campaign. The Stay Home Self-Test campaign includes a range of COVID-safe distribution models, such as peer drop-off at a prearranged location, pick-up at a CBO office, or through the online platform featured here, HIV Self-Testing 3.0. And all of these models applied a universal masking policy. So here you can see the flow we've put in place for HIV Self-Testing 3.0. In this model, a client who wants more information on HIV self-testing will click through the ad, and then will be taken to a landing page where they can complete an online risk assessment form and then identify if they want to self-test. They will then fill out an online form where they will determine the type of delivery they prefer and where they would like the test kit to be delivered to. So this can include through mail, through courier like Grab, or self-pickup. The HIV self-test kit is then delivered to clients within 48 hours. The client then confirms receipt through Zalo, which is like WhatsApp, or SMS. Within the package is the instructions for use or a link to a video on how to use the self-test kit. The distributor of the self-test kit will follow up with the client if they haven't already responded with information about their result within 7 days. But of course, clients may opt not to be contacted. So here's the decision-making process related to using courier or post. So courier is used for short distances. It's quite reasonably priced. And then post used for longer distances. But regardless, test kit will make it to the individual who orders within 48 hours. So now some key results. So for the online platform, this platform focuses on both HIV self-testing and PrEP. So you can see that there were 322 individuals in Hanoi that opted for a self-test kit between April and June 16th. These individuals, when they used the online risk screening form, 61% identified it being at risk of HIV, 53% reported having never tested before for HIV, and 64% had not heard of PrEP. The most popular channel for distribution was Grab. And then of the 68 individuals who have reported their results or who have agreed to be contacted thus far, Among those, there have been no HIV reactive results, and these individuals have been referred for PrEP services. You can see here the total number of HIV self-test kits that were distributed by quarter from quarter 1 through to the first 2 months of quarter 3, so April and May, for all COVID-19 distribution models, including the online platform and peer and CBO distribution models. So in quarter 1, there were HIV self-test kit supply issues, which were then addressed in quarter 2. And then there was a significant ramp up of the Stayhome self-test campaign in quarter 3. For quarter 2, an average of 455 tests were distributed per month. And then for April and May, there was more than a doubling of monthly distribution of 1,175 test kits distributed per month. There were 64% of individuals that opted for unassisted self-testing in April and May, up from 42% in quarter 2, and perhaps in response to COVID-19 and wanting to maximize safety. Also, 57% of individuals who took a self-test kit stated their future preferred channel for accessing self-testing would be through an online platform. Interestingly, we saw that those opting for unassisted HIV self-testing during April and May were more likely to be new HIV testers or to have not tested very recently, so only tested in the past 12 months or in more than 12 months ago. So now turning to conclusions and next steps. HIV self-testing is an empowering self-care tool allowing individuals to seek an HIV test based on their own assessment of risk and need. It also provides testing options for those who may be reluctant to go to a clinic for an HIV test due to COVID-19. So increasing access of HIV self-testing during and after the COVID-19 lockdown is an essential measure to ensure that those at risk of HIV, including those who have never tested for HIV before, have continued access to COVID-19 safe HIV testing. Thank you to the Vietnam Administration for AIDS Control for their leadership in HIV self-testing, to key population CBOs, social enterprises, USAID, and PATH.